Sometimes they be smelling like a little zesty. Maybe I should have kept those thoughts to myself. What's up, demons? Welcome back to my channel. It is Danny, and I'm here to tell you today that I got my nipples pierced. I did it. I did the thing. They're pierced. There are bars through it. I would show you, but I'm trying to stay on YouTube and not get banned. But I do have an Onlyfans, and if you would like to see it, you can go there. Anyways, first topic of discussion. I love them. I love them so much. Y'all, I am in love. Absolute love with my new nipple piercings. It was such an impulsive decision. No, I have not thought about doing this for a very long time. It was like a week before I did it. I was like, you know what would be cute? So what prompted this decision was probably Twitter. My Twitter is mostly porn and jokes. Completely just like naked bodies and like funny memes and like jokes about dying. So, you know, a good little mix, good little balance. And I see bodies all the time. Gorgeous bodies. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm kind of desensitized to seeing some bodies ever since I started working in like the sex and sensual industry and like having an OF and stuff. And I don't mean desensitized in a bad way. I mean like I'm not seeing bodies and I'm getting aroused. I started viewing bodies in such an aesthetic, pleasurable way. So I'll go on Twitter and I'll see like fine ass beautiful women. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like y'all look so good. Like y'all shapes, y'all skin looks so soft. You look like you smell good. And I kept seeing girls with pierced nipples or the imprint of a pierced nipple through a shirt. And I was like, oh, that looks so cool. Like I really, first off, I was going for the aesthetic of it. I personally feel like it looks very beautiful. And I was like, I want some of my own. So one day I looked up a very popular tattoo and piercing shop. And I walked in and I told them I wanted to get my nipples pierced. It was completely off of impulse because I had mentioned it a few times, and I try not to think about things too much because if I think about them too hard, I'm gonna talk myself out of them or I'm gonna procrastinate. And I only do that for decisions that are obviously not very like dangerous or detrimental or something that really requires long-term thinking. I was like, if I get my nipples pierced and I hate them, guess what? I take them out. Bada bing, bada boom, everything's cool. And so I walked in. Y'all, I was so nervous. Oh my gosh. Like once I did it, first off it was raining. I had a cute little outfit on. I was trying to hype myself up. I had my afro out. I was like, yeah, you're a badass. You can do this. We're gonna do this. Yeah. And so it set me back like $100, I think. And it was a great investment too for OnlyFans because now I have my beautiful babies. First and foremost, I did it for myself. Don't do any type of body modification for no one but yourself. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna do this because I can make more money on OF. Oh, I could do this. Like, yeah, obviously that stuff can make you happy and it could benefit you in the long run, but it's your body at the end of the day. This is your vessel, you know, you are traversing life with. Like, make sure whatever you're doing to it, you actually want done and for the right reasons. And so I walked in, they were super cool. I sat there, guy came and introduced himself. He had a whole bunch of piercings and mods and tattoos. I was like, cool. Took me to the back, put up a little divider or whatever. I was like, it's whatever, I don't care because my titties are on the internet, but they still put up a divider for privacy. And I asked if I could record. He said no, which I respected. I don't think you're allowed to record any type of piercing process. I don't know the reasoning behind that, but you know, it's fine. I was impressed about it because I was still excited about the process. He was super nice. He's like, I have an apprentice, can he come watch? I was like, sure, why not? Like bring the whole parlor, like let everybody in, come on, it's a whole party. And so the apprentice was super cool. It was not sexual. You could tell he was a professional. First off, when you're getting these piercings, because I also got my belly button pierced too. I didn't really do a whole vlog on that, but after getting my nipples pierced, I've seen some stark contrast. I know they're different parts of the body, but where you get pierced is very important. Make sure you know, go to a really good place. But he was super educated. He was great with it, very informative. He was teaching his apprentice while explaining things to me at the same time, letting me know about aftercare, things to do. He was also saying how like people go get their nipples pierced, and I heard this too. That's another thing. He was dispelling rumors about like, oh yeah, you have to. He was saying, no, if you go to anybody who does this, they're being pervy, pick another place. If somebody's like, oh, you need to arouse your nipples and get them hard, or if anything with ice, anything like that, he was like, no, that's not, no, like it's not, you don't need to do any of that. Make sure you go to a professional place that's not rubbing up on you and this and the third, because you might be actually getting assaulted. He was explaining to the apprentice, he's like, all that, no. Went through it, and yeah, that was that. I feel like I just re-experienced the pain, y'all. The first nipple, sorry, no. Both nipples hurt like a I've never felt pain like that in my life. Oh my gosh. I used to hear things like, okay, first nipple was a breeze. People would tell me, oh, the adrenaline, I didn't even feel it. I felt the first one and I felt the second one. So I feel a little cheated that my body wanted to have nerves and whatnot, because I felt both of them and they hurt. I heard people say like, oh yeah, you know, first one got through and then the second one hurt because my adrenaline went away. No, both of them definitely hurt badly. So on a pain level, I would say it was like a 6 to a 7. My pain level is like moderate to high. I have done all my own piercings. I have my whole ear pierced, like 7 piercings. I don't feel like doing all this, but I have 7 piercings down my ear. I pierced 6 of them on each side. I pierced both my nose rings that I've had for years. I pierced my Monroe, which was good. The only reason I took it out is because it kept biting on the back. I pierced snake bites, spider bites. I pierced my septum. Yo, she a little wild. I pierced my septum. It was crooked. Go to a professional, y'all. And so I pierced it again. It was straight. It looked pretty good, and I just took it out because I just, you know, I wasn't really vibing with it the way I wanted to. I've never done a body piercing. I will never do a body piercing. So I go to the professionals for those. And when I pierced everything on my face, I was like going through in school back in like high school days or whatever, but I'm just letting you know I've done my own piercings. I have a few tattoos as well and they weren't too bad, so my pain level was pretty decent. When he did my first nipple, oh my gosh, he was like, breathe in. I think what threw me off is that it was a tiny little pinch. So I was like, oh, this is great. This is not bad at all. And then I didn't realize that he pierced on, I guess, the exhale when I, and so when he, and I was like, oh my gosh, it hurt so bad. And then it was like a pause, and then he went through in the, I'm just happy it's over with now. And so he did the second one, and like after the first one, I was like laughing deliriously. I was like, woo, 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 woo. And so he did the second one. I got through it. Bada bing, bada boom, nipples were pierced. And I was sitting there like, cool. The adrenaline rush I felt that was hella late and I needed earlier showed up after I got them pierced. I felt like such a bad bitch. It was raining. I was in Miami at the time and it starts pouring down rain, y'all, like torrential pouring. Everyone runs under the like umbrellas things and like, you know, those little overhangs people have. And if you know Miami, you know that like it rains like that, you know, you just wait for it to stop. You keep going. Some people will walk in the rain, people out there in shorts or whatever. I was in a full body like outfit. I was wearing like shirt, leggings, everything, soaking wet, drenched in water, laughing, deliriously happy because I was so excited about my new nipple piercings. Nothing could stop me. I was like, I can do anything. I felt so invincible. I don't know what it was about these piercings. I love it so much, but oh my gosh, like I was just walking in the rain, like listening to music. Like nothing can stop me. So yeah, it was a great experience, and I know people were looking at me in the street. I just felt invincible as soon as I got the piercing done. I had tipped the extra 10 and I had bought the solution from the store and stuff like that, and I've been spraying it and things have been really good. Unfortunately with my belly button, first off, I went to a shop that I feel like I shouldn't have supported. Like everybody has an attitude and they just kind of have you like in, out. They don't really explain much to you. It's really like dismissive, blasé. And my belly button actually, I think it got infected because it got really gross. Even now it has like a scar on it that I need to put scar cream. It's better now. It looks perfectly fine. When I first got it, it just like, it was really gross. I had like, it felt like the skin on the inside was coming out of the hole. And I had to actually, like, I had to go do, like, makeshift surgery. Don't try it at home. But I had, like, excess skin coming out of the... It was just nasty. That was for my belly button piercing, not my nipples. My belly button piercing. And it was just gross. I probably changed it out too early, too, in all fairness. Because I forgot how long it said. Part of it I am going to take responsibility for. However, I did go back to that shop because my friend was picking out jewelry. And somebody else came in, another black girl, and she was like, yo, my infected. And he had such an attitude. He was like, no. What kind of soap do you use? Like, you're not going to do it. I was like, first off, calm down. Like, she was like, listen, it was just a question. He's like, like, they're very standoffish at that shop. I wouldn't recommend it. That was back home in like Richmond, so I wasn't a fan. Like I said, I did change it out earlier, but I think I don't know what happened there. But my nipple piercings, that said, they've been so clean. They've been so clean. Oh my gosh. Like, so afterwards they were a little sore. Sometimes they would snag on stuff. I've done a combination of going braless and wearing a bra. I've had a lot of more confidence going braless and just not giving it what people think. And, you know, obviously not wearing nothing too sexual or crazy where I'm like, look at me, look at my titties, they're out in the world, they're pierced, you know. And I'm not saying you're not allowed to do that. I just personally have not, just to keep other people comfortable, I guess. But that said, I have felt a lot more comfortable going braless. Sometimes I wear a bra and it does help with the comfort. They've been great. I've had no issues aside from pus, and they do get crusty. They do get crusty. You need to clean them off. Don't use, he said not to use cotton swabs or anything that leaves that little, like, you know, fabric that could stay around your nipple and stuff like that. I personally just take a shower. I don't let the water soak too much. I clean it off and then I spray it with the little spray afterwards. Sometimes they smell weird. Sometimes if there's pus, it stinks a little bit, as all piercings do, but it's been cleaning up really nicely and they're really comfortable and chill, and I'm just like, they're great. They're really great. I love them. And as a result, I have decided to go topless on Onlyfans. I love my nipple piercings so much that I made a major life decision that I was never gonna go nude on Onlyfans. If you see my Onlyfans, it's near nude only. It's twerking, it's teasers, it's bathing suits, bikinis, lingerie, you know, soap drizzling off my bosoms and da 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 da. I was like, I would never go topless. You know, people would ask me, hey, can I get a topless picture? Not that I judge it. I was just like, I don't want my titties out for the world to see. I loved my piercing so much. I made the decision. I was like, it would be, my friend was like, yo, I sent her a picture. She was like, I see what you mean. She was like, it would be a disservice for you not to show the world your titties now, because oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, they look great. She's like, your titties were made for nipple piercing. And I was flattered. Of course, you know, nipple piercings are for anybody who wants to give them. All bodies are made for nipple piercings. I'm just really in love with mine. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so in love with mine. So I made the major decision to go topless on Onlyfans. My titties are out for the world to see. It was a really big decision because I always had this, like, I think I was still scared. And I feel like I was just holding back a little bit. There was a part of me that was always like, oh, well, I have an OnlyFans, but I'm near nude. Shut your bougie ass up. You ain't special. Like, you know, you can't be like, I support all sex and sensual work, but I don't do this thing. Okay, shut up about it. You know, I always had this like, oh, near nude. And then I was like, fuck it. Like, sex work is sex work. Sensual work, I call it sensual work sometimes if you're not doing straight up sex work. Either way, you're in a sensual, sexy ass industry. You are using your body to make you bank. And I decided I had no shame in my titties being out for the world. This is just my physical body for this realm. I'm a soul, I'm a spirit, you know, I'm energy, I'm aura. But this physical body, like, I've decided to show the world this physical body's titties. And as soon as I made that decision, I realized how much of a big deal it wasn't. Like, it was a big deal, but it wasn't. It was like, all right, so the world's seen your titties. Next, oh, nude titties, ooh. Woo, like, what makes you special? And I'm not downing myself. I'm not saying, oh, I'm not special enough to consider it a big deal that I wanted to show the world my titties. It's just after I made the decision, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make money off of them. They exist. Like, the female chest, I know that it has different functions and I know that it looks different from the male chest, but at the end of the day, it's just a chest. It's just titties. It's all just body parts. We're all just getting horny and excited over body parts and shapes. Like, and we deemed this part, oh, dangerous. Ooh, new, naked. Like, we said those certain parts are not allowed to be seen by the world. Meanwhile, somebody's walking around naked somewhere and they are completely unbothered, living their best life right now. So I decided to go topless on Onlyfans. It was a big decision for me, and as soon as I decided and I posted, all of a sudden it wasn't a big deal. I was like, wow, boobies on the internet, woohoo. And that was that. I don't really have any more to back up my decision, and I understand that there's always the risk and probability of somebody recording, screenshotting, whatever, and taking whatever is on my OnlyFans and posting it to the public world. I'm okay with that. I'm well aware of that. I was like, my titties look too damn good not to share. And yeah, so piercing my nipples actually encouraged me and gave me the courage to be sexual and reveal, you know, another part of my body. I got my ass out, got my titties out. I don't know if I'd ever pull the pusa out, because she got a lot of razor bumps and she could be so much cuter. I'm just saying, like, you should start waxing and putting on like scar cream for those razor bumps. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to share. I pierced my nipples and I decided to go topless on OnlyFans, and I have no regrets. I felt like a part of me also felt like it would take away my credibility as like, oh, I want to be a YA author, I want to run a nonprofit, and as long as I'm doing near nude, as long as I'm only showing booty and teasing and stuff like that, you know, I could still really have a strong presence in the other things I want to do. Nope. You're allowed to be multifaceted. You can have a strong presence in the other things that you're doing and still be a sexual creature regardless of what you decide to show or not. It's your business. If you want to show it, show it. If you don't show it. Just be confident in your decision and don't make it based off anybody else's opinion or what you're scared they might think of you. So yeah, my titties are on the internet now if you want to go take a look. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Y'all are my motherfucking monsters, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.